Hey now friends, it's me Lola with the Smoking Prophet. I'm super happy that you're here with me. Today I want to have a conversation with you. Yes, you. Today I want to talk directly to creators like you, creators who are looking to build brand awareness through social media. Why? Because they feel like they're called to create. They feel like they're called to bring something amazing to the world. They feel like they have something, a gift, a treasure, something that is unique to them that they want to get out to the world, and they're going to use social media to do that. So I know you're here and you feel like, hey, I believe she's talking to me. So yeah, I just want to tell you, yeah, I am talking to you. And I'm glad you're here, but I want to talk to you. I want to help you. I want to show you in this episode how to make building brand awareness easier for yourself. I want to show you how to do it in a more effortless way. And I want to show you how to take a service, a product, something that you have, and actually serve it up to your audience without saying, hey, buy my stuff. Okay? Does that sound good? Good. Let's go ahead and do it. So if you're a creator who's wanting to build brand awareness on social media because you feel called to create and to bring something special to the world, and you happen to be someone who has a service, a product, or some type of monetizable skill or offering you want to give now or in the future, I want you here. I want you right here because I'm going to tell you today how to build brand awareness in a more effortless way and how to get people to buy your stuff without saying buy my stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. First and foremost, I want to get into something that I saw from Hootsuite. So Hootsuite is a tool that allows you to manage your social media channels. I use Hootsuite. It's something that's used by solo creators, entrepreneurs, small businesses, on up to huge corporations, Fortune 500, powerful companies, right? So Hootsuite is a cool tool. I enjoy using them. No, this is not an ad. No, this is not an ad. Let me repeat. I actually use them. I've been using them for years. I first heard about Hootsuite through a previous employer, and someone there told me about it, and they were like, yeah, start going in this direction. Check out this company. And I was like, cool, let me check them out. And then when I checked them out, I was like, oh my gosh, they have so much stuff. So let me just give you a few reasons why I like Hootsuite so that you can check them out. Even if you do not pay for their services and use their services that they have, which can be scheduling your content, they have customer listening tools. So you can go on there and like actually hear what people are saying about your brand, your business. They have certifications that you can get, so you can get education through them. So cool. Even if you don't do any of that stuff, right? If you don't do any of that, you can go and get their free stuff. They have tons of free webinars, and their webinars are rich. Now, some people use webinars as like a lead magnet. And when I say a lead magnet, they're using the webinar to pull in potential clients and then try to sell you something at the end and make an offering, right? Hootsuite's webinars are rich. They have information that you can use and actually go out, put to work, and get some results. You don't have to sign up for their services. You can just go and take their webinars and actually gain value from it. And then if you find that, hey, I want to try them out, you can try them out on their services that they have ongoing, or you can go and just take a class from them and learn something. So I enjoy them. I like them. Anywho, they put out a post, and this post was about predictions for this year. And I thought that there's something very, very interesting about these predictions and how we as creators need to respond to trends that are happening on social media. A lot of things are changing. And even if you feel like, well, this stuff doesn't matter to me, I'm just on social media for fun, you don't want to just be on social media for fun and not paying attention to the trends, and then all of a sudden you're left behind. So I think it's really, really important to look at this stuff, which is a cool thing about Hootsuite. Every year they're giving annual reports, very specific data, heavy stuff, where they're talking about every social network, every channel, and what's happening, not just within your country, but all over the world. So I think it's cool. Anyways, let me tell you about what I saw from them recently, and then we're going to go ahead and get into the message today. So something that I've noticed about social media is that it's gotten very, very saturated. It seems like people don't see your posts. Engagement is going down. I've heard a lot of complaints about that. And I've seen a lot of people on social media shifting and talking about engagement. And I know that they're doing that because there is a need for it. People are experiencing that. And these creators are trying to fill that need by telling you how to get your engagement up. So something that I started seeing last year was just that people that are on social media, creators, businesses, entrepreneurs, marketers, we're going to be spending money on ads. We're going to be spending money on ads, whether you want to or not. I saw that, and then something interesting that I saw from Hootsuite is that consumers, everyday people that are online, just scrolling, looking at their feed, trying to see what they like, consumers are getting wise when it comes to social ads. And I thought about myself. I said, there's so many times where I'm on social media and I'll see an ad and I'm like, I don't want to see this ad. I didn't ask whatever network I'm on to put this ad on my feed. The ad may not even be relevant to me, and I'll just scroll past it. And some places I'll actually go a bit further and I'll tap and say, don't show me this ad, it's irrelevant. So when I thought about what Hootsuite was saying about consumers are getting wiser when it comes to ads, I thought about myself and how I hate to feel like somebody is selling something to me and forcing me to pay attention to something I didn't ask for. And that's what an ad can feel like sometimes, right? It can feel like somebody is forcing you to look at something you didn't ask for. I didn't ask for this. Why are you forcing this on me? And so I was like, that is super interesting. And I said, okay, so let's go ahead and just shift gears and think, as creators, we don't want to interrupt people on social media. We want to be creators that add value. We want to be creators where they feel refreshed to see our content. We don't want to come off as spammy. We don't want to come off like we're trying to sell. We don't want to come off like I'm forcing you to look at me because I paid a network a certain amount to be an ad and get in your face. We don't want to do that. So that's what this message is really, really about. It's about you getting on social media, you building brand awareness, you showing people what you do, and you selling without ever having to say, buy my stuff, or this is what I do. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into this message. Let's talk about BTS, not the group. I'm talking about behind the scenes content. So let's talk about behind the scenes content and not K-pop. You should share more behind the scenes content. Here's why. It's a highly underrated way to promote your stuff. It does not come off like an ad where you are forcing somebody to look at you. And its natural approach helps to disarm skepticism. Sharing behind the scenes content incentivizes the buying process by showing people why they need what you've got, or by showing them what they could look like with your product or your service. This is probably my favorite part. Behind the scenes content ultimately lets people see what you do without you ever having to say, this is what I do, pay attention to me. I am forcing myself into your face. I'm disrupting your scroll, and not in a good way. Okay? This humanizes you. Behind the scenes content is an unintrusive and friendly way for you to build brand awareness, because it helps you share your business, promote your brand, and get eyes on whatever you're doing without saying, hey, look at me. This is what I do, and I want you to pay attention to me and buy my stuff. Okay? It also helps quiet personalities share the depths of their soul and their spirit on social media, which is very, very important. So for those of you that are listening, you're like, well, I'm kind of reserved, I'm reflective, I'm not really a talkative person, I'm not an extrovert. For those of you that feel that way, sharing behind the scenes content allows you to just share things in a way that's more natural to you. Now that you understand that, let's get into some social media post ideas for you to try. Instead of you sharing a product image, you can share your products in real life use. This lets people see the benefits firsthand and helps them picture themselves using your stuff. It helps them see themselves in this place, which is really powerful. It's a powerful incentive and a powerful way to pull people in when you can get them to imagine themselves where you're trying to take them, or imagine themselves using your product, or imagine themselves living in that house that you're selling, you real estate agents and stuff. Okay, so here's another one. Instead of you sharing a mock-up of a book or a workbook you're selling, or a journal or a coloring book or whatever, share a video dump of a few different books and add your book in there. So if you've created a coloring book, you can say, my favorite coloring books from this website online, and share the coloring books, and then make sure you add yours in there. Or you could share behind the scenes content of you actually designing the coloring book, okay? Something else you can do is share curated lists of products, services, systems, anything, just a curated specific list, and then add something you sell to the list too, or add something that you do to the list too. For example, if I wanted to share some content about my podcast without actually saying, hey, I have a podcast, listen to the Smoking Prophet, then what I can do is look at my niche for podcasts and who else is there that I would recommend you listen to, or maybe that I like, or maybe new podcasts in my genre. And I would share a list, 50 podcasts, blah, 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 in this specific niche. And then I would add mine onto the list, okay? This would help me share my stuff without saying, hey, look at me, here I am. Here's something else that you can do. Instead of saying what you do, you can make co-working videos. Co-working videos are so fun because you just set up a camera or you do a screen share and you just work. You just do your normal work. You work in front of the camera, or if you're on your computer or your digital device like an iPad or a tablet, you just do a screen share and you let people see you work. They feel like they're right there with you. They're learning something from you, and then they're also seeing what you're capable of. I love those co-working videos. I love them. It's so fun. So here's another one. Say, for example, you got some kind of seasonal sale coming up and you're doing a percentage off of a service or a product that you have. Instead of you actually sharing the promotion directly, you can share a testimonial of someone that you've already worked with. You can share a testimonial and get creative. Don't just put the testimony on a graphic and have people reading that text. Do something like some video images. I said video images, that's not what I meant, because I was seeing in my head like a montage of pictures. You can do some pictures and do like a montage of pictures, like a flip book, or you could do some video content, and then in your caption you could share, hey, I really enjoyed working with this person, like this is what we were able to accomplish together. They're super happy. By the way, this is what I'm doing. If you want to get in on this, here's the info. And then you share your promo there, and then you tell them how to reach you. And then here's the last one that I'll share. Instead of you telling people your mission statement, instead of you telling people what your values are, show them your values in action. Showing people your values in action is a whole love language. Showing people your mission statement in action is a whole love language. What do we learn as parents, if you're a parent on here, or if you're a teacher, or if you're a leader? People will learn more of what they see you do over what you tell them to do. The same applies for us as creators who are trying to build brand awareness online. We've got to show people what we want them to know about us. You've got to show people what your values are. You've got to show people what your mission is. So just put it in action. Like I said, showing people your values in action, showing people your mission statement in action, it's a whole love language. Give it to them. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this message. Use what I've told you today to build brand awareness more effortlessly. It will help you show up on social media and get attention without having to say, hey, I do this, and look at me and buy my stuff. It's just a way more effortless, refreshing way that is unintrusive to people that are scrolling online and will create a better experience for them. And also it'll feel good for you because you'll just be sharing what you do. Man, and that's like probably the biggest sales tip that I could ever give, but I'll talk about that on another day. I enjoyed giving you this message. There will be notes on thesmokingprofit.com, so just tap today's episode description. You'll see it there. I super appreciate you for tuning in and listening to me, Lola, here with The Smoking Profit. Until next time, have the most amazing life. Bye!
Spiritually, creatively, socially. Spiritually, creatively, socially. Do life, do it better, do it better. Do life, do it better, do it better. The Smoking Profit will inspire and equip you. The Smoking Profit takes your skills and gifts and mold you.